Welcome now to the podium, Clara Wicoff.
The July 2000 cover of Time magazine proclaimed, "This rice could save 1 million kids a year." Ingo Petrikis, pictured on the cover, collaborated with Peter Bayer to produce golden rice, a rice with beta-carotene. Unfortunately, over 15 years later, this is still just a rice that could save 1 million kids a year. So what went wrong? Public outcry and the resulting government regulations. Now, let's start with a little background information. Rice is the staple food for 2 billion people. Every day, more than half the world's population consumes rice. Brown rice contains enough fats, carbohydrates, and proteins, but not enough micronutrients to provide adequate nutrition to the people who consume rice every day. Micronutrients are the vitamins and minerals in our food. One micronutrient, vitamin A, is essential for the proper development and functioning of our eyes, skin, and immune systems. Vitamin A helps the body fight disease, like diarrhea, which kills more than 2 million children each year. Vitamin A deficiency is the leading cause of preventable blindness in children. Children like Attar, an 8-year-old living in Bangladesh. In the documentary, From Darkness into Light, Attar tells how one day he ran to the market, and when he ran back, he suddenly couldn't see. His mother told him that he had night blindness, one of the earliest symptoms of vitamin A deficiency blindness. Rohima was not as lucky as Attar's mother. She lost her 5-year-old son to vitamin A deficiency. She asked, "We're poor. How could I get better food?" That better food could be golden rice. Today, one bowl of golden rice would provide 60% of the recommended daily allowance for vitamin A. But you won't find a bowl of golden rice in any developing countries, or anywhere else in the world for that matter. Why? 3 simple letters. GMO. Genetically modified organism. Yes, that's right. Golden rice is a GMO, vilified by social and traditional media and even outlawed in some countries. So today I will utilize the Rotary 4-way test to evaluate golden rice and GMOs as a solution to micronutrient deficiencies and help you learn how you can help make golden rice the rice that saves over 1 million lives each year. So the first test, is it the truth? Are GMOs safe? In order to answer this question, we need to have a better understanding of what GMOs are. GMOs are not a lot different from the plant and animal organisms that have been selectively bred for centuries using traditional methods to achieve more desired results. For example, bigger heads in wheat plants, or even longer males in wiener dogs. However, in GMOs, genes from a different species are spliced into the DNA. In the case of golden rice, genes from a soil bacterium and corn have been introduced to the rice's DNA, so that the rice contains beta-carotene, which the human body then converts into vitamin A upon consumption. A noble cause, yes, but opposition still remains extremely strong. According to Time magazine, opposition to GM technology generally lacks a scientific basis. No adverse effects to humans, animals, or the environment have resulted from the growing or consuming of these crops. Even the Pope gave golden rice his blessing in 2013, recognizing that 500,000 people suffer from vitamin A deficiency blindness each year. That's 1 child going blind every minute. So the truth? GMOs are safe, and in the United States are more highly regulated than anything else, even medicines. So the second test, is it fair? Most farmers in the United States would agree that GMOs are fair. More than 90% of all corn, cotton, and soybeans grown in America is genetically modified. This is because farmers are willing to pay more for genetically modified seed to increase their yields while decreasing their reliance on inputs, such as water, fertilizers, and pesticides. But it gets even better. In 2013, golden rice received the Patents for Humanity Award, an honor bestowed by the U.S. Patent Office, because golden rice would be free free to farmers in developing nations. So the third test, will it build goodwill and better friendships? The United States has long known that providing aid to foreign countries helps spread goodwill to those nations. This is one of the most important aspects of our foreign policy. One prime area of agricultural aid is donating genetically modified seed. In the case of golden rice, donating this seed would allow mothers in developing nations to sustainably provide their children with vitamin A and see life-changing results. Diseases like diarrhea, malaria, and measles don't have to kill children, but their bodies must have vitamin A to be able to heal. What better way is there to build goodwill and better friendships? And the final test, will it be beneficial to all? We've all heard the saying, an ounce of prevention beats a pound of cure. Golden rice is that ounce of prevention. Improving the health of those living in developing nations benefits us all, politically, financially, and socially. So golden rice could be the rice that saves over 1 million lives each year, and you can help make that happen. How? First, by refusing to spread the misinformation about GMOs that is rampant in the media today. Secondly, by actively supporting the government and private organizations working to set up programs overseas that will help farmers in developing nations plant and produce genetically modified crops. And lastly, by lobbying our members of Congress so that at least here in America, GMOs are not regulated out of the ability to save lives. Today, I've utilized the Rotary 4-way test, and golden rice and GMOs have passed the test as being a solution to micronutrient deficiencies that is the truth, fair, spreads goodwill, and is beneficial to all. This year, more than 3 million people will die from causes related to micronutrient deficiencies. Of them, 1 million children, who could be saved if we could only overcome society's prevailing anti-GMO sentiment. Last year, we could have, would have, should have helped get golden rice and GMOs to those who desperately needed them, but we didn't. This year, I hope that you will choose to play a part in making that difference. Turning a blind eye will only leave more children forever in the dark.